Hey my friends, it's been a while. uh, I promised you to give you certain updates on different combinations, champs, heroes, whatsoever, what's good in the market value, what's good in the arena, PvE, PvP, whatsoever. Let's just dive deep into it right away. I built myself a new account. That's my second account, I have two in total. And I went with a beast team. Okay, so this is the team I got. I will tell you about it soon enough. Basically, I chose Bertha and Zack in the front line, and in the back line I chose Jita, Tusk, and Balerion. Each individually, they are all very strong. I'm especially surprised about the heal that Jita is giving to the whole team. Zack is destroying the enemies by jumping right into it and being super tanky, and Bertha is just doing her thing by tanking lots of damage and then using her skill to destroy the enemies with an insane amount of magic damage. So basically this works this way. These both go in the front line. Told you he jumps into the enemies and basically storms them. Bertha is doing a lot of damage by using her ability. Jita does the heal and stealing damage from the back. Then there's Tusk, who's basically doing lots of single target damage, and Balerion, who's also doing a lot of single target damage. So what's so great about this combination is you have beasts, you have Balerion, Tusk, Zack, and Bertha, which means you have a 4 beast comp. So you will deal 4% of the maximum amount of health from the enemy target as true damage, and you can get up to 7 stacks. Each stack will give you 6% damage, so you will get a total of 42 damage as true damage once you've stacked up. Let me just check whether I can select English right here. Not quite sure why this went back to German. Basically, the great part about this comp is you deal plenty of damage. You have 4 beasts and 3 ranger types. The ranger types have the advantage that you will get a 40% chance to double your attack speed every 3 seconds, which means you will not just do true damage to the enemy team, you will also get lots of stacks in a very short amount of time, and as such you will be able to deal plenty of damage in combination with your stacks. This may actually be the team that deals the highest amount of damage per second, at least just consisting of rares. You can swap out Bertha for Chiron. Let me just show you, in case you're not understanding due to my accent. This little guy, he's also very nice. He's more of the tanky version, since he's a warrior and he has a great skill. He can basically give you a shield, and thus is super tanky, deals a decent amount of damage. It's not as strong as Bertha, but is at least an equivalent exchange. But I just thought, looking at the market, that Jiren is a lot more expensive, at least from the last time I checked. And 190 he dropped a lot, so it may actually be worth to get him. And Bertha, she dropped as well. Okay, so still worth to get her instead of him, but both is viable. Him may actually be a bit stronger, but I'm looking for a decent budget team. That's great for everyone who wants to place well in the arena without giving too much money into the game right away. So let's have a look into the details. So on the front line, there's, as I said, Bertha and Zack. Then we have Balerion in the back line alongside Jita and Tusk. Let's check for prices. 1 second. Let me check. Bertha is 105. Let's say 106. Gonna be generous today. Let's do Zach. $175. That's realistic. Balerion. I love Balerion actually. He's so cheap, but he deals so much damage on my team. 100 and I'll just go with 120 to make it as reasonable as possible. Jita 223. That's also quite cheap considering the amount of health she generates using her abilities. Amazing hero. And 179 for Tusk. Let's go back. So in total we spent about some of this 803 token only, meaning you get about 25 tokens per day. This is with the newest update that they just pushed. From chapter 5 onward, you'll need 2 or 3 days to get there using the Steam, and then you'll get 25 per day from the daily. That's the 5th chest, that's why there's a 5. Then you can get 3 free arena wins, which is 9 tokens. Then you can do you can buy you get the arena tickets from the quest rewards, which is 2 I think, but let me just check this up. You get 2 here, yeah, 2. So there would be 6 if you were to win both. Let's say you win one, that's 3, and then you lose one, that's 4. And then you can of course buy arena tickets. Let's say you buy 3 tickets and you win 2, then you'll get 7. Let's say you buy 2 and you win 2, that's 6. Let's say you buy 2, you win 1, you lose 1, that's 4. Let's just go with 4 since you're going to buy 2 and you win 1 and you lose 1. That would mean you get 42 tokens every single day for free just by playing the game. You get an additional 50 from the weekly rewards, which is here, this chest, 50. You get lots of different other rewards as well, like a scroll and different stuff. Pretty cool actually, but no big deal. So that's 50 from the weeklies, and you get about 10 from achievements, shards, etc. per day. Quite conservative actually. You should be getting a lot more if you were really calculating it down to every single shard and stuff. Basically one shard is worth 1 to 2 token. The achievements are pretty good. I at least get 10 to 12 per day just from the achievements, and lots of other different stuff, but of course you won't progress as fast throughout the whole game, so I was using a very tiny number here. So your conservative return of invest is about 20 days, 19.1. This is basically just the token you spend for this team, divided by the token you get every single day, like this year, the 25 you get from chapter 5 onward. So that's about 20 days, and the realistic return of invest is basically the token spent divided by the combination of the token you get daily, then the weekly token divided by 7 naturally, and the shorts, achievements, etc. And that would give you a return of invest of about 2 weeks approximately if you were to buy this team for this price today. If you want to know how expensive it is right now, it's about, let me just, it rose up again, 21 euro cents. So it's about 24 US dollar cents per token that you get. So that's pretty reasonable, I think. You don't have to invest too much. Let me just check how much it is. I'll once again calculate very conservatively by saying you have to pay $25 cent, even if it's just $23 cent right now. Oh, 1 second. Alright. So it's basically $192 that you have to spend. Yeah, like this. That's pretty cheap, I would say, if you want to start with a pretty low investment and have a great team. I think this team should be able to get into the 3000 arena rank range quite easily. I've just been doing the dailies and stuff, but now I'm going to push through the 5th chapter. Of course, you have to keep in mind that you have to reinvest some of your token to level up your characters. Like this one uses up 20 per character, breaking through from 40 to the next barrier. So I think that's pretty reasonable and it should be doing quite well. Let's get to the ranking. PvP wise, I think this is the best team right now that you can get. It may be a bit stronger than the Elves team, but the Elves team have the advantage that they can dodge 50% of the attacks. But it is very strong, especially with the Zac in the front line. It can really do some damage even to the Elves team. So I'm actually giving it the same rating as the Elves team. Let's just make this a bit more pretty. PvE wise, pretty much the same as the Elves team. The beginning is a bit weaker, then it gets stronger more quick, so I'll give it an S this time. And early game is a bit weaker. The very early game is an A. It gets better quick, but the very first day you may have a little bit of trouble. Late game is very good. Late game, I love it. Very good. It's the only downside is that you can't change it as easily as the Elves team, because with the Elves team you can just replace 1 or 2 heroes for epic heroes and you have an insane combination. This is not done as easy in this combination, but it's still very good late game wise, especially for the arena. It's very cheap. I always, of course, take the HE token price into consideration. For this price right now, I feel that's one of the best teams you can get. I mean, you pay a little less than $200 and you can make your investment back in just 3 weeks. Even if you were to spend tokens to upgrade your heroes or get new heroes from the marketplace to get even more tokens in the future. Very nice updates that they've been pushing, at least in terms of tokenomics, because now you can get the 25 per day. If you wouldn't be getting these and just get 0 instead, the return of invest would be almost 2 months, and it would be very hard to get somewhere, since you will have a hard time or a harder time to get the arena rewards and stuff. So pretty glad they did this, and I think you should be doing quite well with this team. Don't invest too little, but I think $200 is just fine to get a great hold into this game. Okay, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you liked it, like it. If you didn't, don't. Leave a comment if I left something out, if you have a different combination that you feel is superior, or if you have a low budget combination that you think should be talked about in the next video. Hope you enjoyed. That's it. Goodbye.